Oh, you're supposed to tell me to start. I thought that's what it was going to do. First video of the year for reviewing our weekly season. I've done one, and I said I wasn't going to do another because I did it earlier today and I was exhausted after that. I don't know why. I was just really tired. But I'm going to do another one now. It's like 6 p.m. I'm going to try and get it done before kickoff. This is our auction league. And real quick, let's go over the Pick'ems and the King of the Mountain, and then we can go on. There's 3 more weeks of Pick'ems. Currently, Josh and Mark are tied for first at 54. And then you got Jim and Matt at 2 behind at 52, and me and Craig 4 behind. And then that's it. 3 weeks left. What could happen? King of the Mountain is currently, let's just see. Oops. Dang it. Don't. King of the Mountain is, we got our first 200 man, Jim, who is, I think, already King of the Mountain, just upped his ante. Oh, because he lost King of the Mountain to me. And now, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Stupid me. Quit thinking you're so cool, Corey. No, but you did up your ante. Now you're at 201.5. Good job, Jim. Man, your team must be dominating. I haven't really looked at anyone's score. This is my busy month, and I'm finally slowing down. I might have some time for videos. I know just what you guys have been looking forward to. Crap. I got to see this video if I want to keep up and find out what's going on in the league. You don't have to, but, it's fun. Anyway, injuries this year is amazing. Injuries are just, this year is just, I say it every year. Last year, I said, all the injuries this year. No, Mom, doing a video. Call you back, Mom. By the way, that song's her ringtone is "Mama Love Papa" by George Garth. Okay, anyway, injuries are insane this year. Having Joe Burrow out for quarterbacks, Joe Burrow out, Lamar Jackson out for a while, for at least 2 weeks, if not 3, who knows. Having Brock Purdy down, and then running backs. I know that Najee's out. Let's see, who else do we got out besides, what's his name that's been out? Joe Mixon. Going through this list I found on Fantasy Pros. It goes over the list of all positional players that are out. I think it's mainly receivers that are just down. Najee is the big one. Austin Eckler, James Conner. I didn't know Alexander Madison was on the IR. I don't think it mattered, but I didn't know. Bucky Irving's out for questionable time period. Chuba Hubbard could be back this week. I don't know. Miles Sanders has been down. Kamara might not play this week. We don't know. But receivers, holy cow, receivers. We got, let's find some quality receivers to mention. They have every receiver, so it's like a whole bunch of nobodies. Malik Neighbors, obviously Tank Dell, still out. Cedric Tillman's now on the IR, which he didn't really mean much. Rashee Rice still suspended. Christian Watson should be coming back soon. Jaden Reed's out for a while. Brandon Ayuk's still out for a while. Darius Slayton's now out. And he literally just took over for Malik Neighbors. Who else? Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, CeeDee Lamb, Ricky Pearsall. Zay Flowers is questionable with the shoulder, but I think he'll play. Juwan Jennings is probably out still. Chris Godwin says he's questionable, but I think he'll play. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I don't know why he's on the questionable mark, but he's questionable. I didn't know that until I just read this. Any tight ends that are questionable or out? Darren Waller's questionable, but I think he'll play. Brock Bowers may not play still. George Kittle's still on the IR. I mean, there's Brenton Strange now on the IR, obviously. Yeah, it's just crazy. I'm sorry. That's just nuts. All right. Anyway, a lot of player teams have had to deal with a lot of issues with that. I, for one, am one of them. It's kind of annoying. But let's look at what we got here for so far. After 5 weeks, we got the Mustard division. Mike O'Reilly. Good job, Blake. You're making him proud. He is 3-2 in first place by a game. Craig is in second, tied. Well, it's a 3-way tie. Holy cow. Ryan, Craig, and Matt, all 2-3. So basically, that division's all up for grabs still. The catch-up division, Jim, you're 4-1 on a 4-game winning streak. So you lost week 1, and that was it. Good job. I wonder who beat you. Could have been me. I wonder. That'd be awesome. Nigerian Nightmare and Captain Comerica. And, oh, wow. So, dang. Holy cow. So this division, you got Jim at 4-1. And then you got McCaffrey's gimpy legs. Mark. You got Mark, Josh, and Brent tied at 3-2. Then the ketchup or the relish division, you got no way. Jody and myself tied for first, but Jody's got 802 points, and I don't even have 700. So he's got a big lead on points on me. I must have been getting lucky. That's what it must be. And then Miguel and Noah are at 2-3, and then good old Gilkison with that amazing team is 0-5. Let's see it. And Jim has 814 points total, and Jody's got 802. I beat Jody with my awesome, amazing team. I did. I remember I beat Jody. Too bad tiebreaker doesn't go to, if it's a tie, tiebreaker does not go to head-to-head rate. Head-to-head, it goes to total points. So you're lucky, Jody. You have a lot more points than I do, even though I beat you. And I already mentioned King of the Mountain. Let's go. I want to look at last week real quick, if you don't mind. Weekly results, week 5. I beat Mike O'Reilly. Sorry, Blake. I will say it's Blake's team. I'm trying not to say Mike O'Reilly, but when I see the team name Old Influence, I just say Mike O'Reilly. Sorry. Call me Bill at 104. Oh, Mark, you had 140, or Gilk, you had 100. I don't know, Mark, Gilk, you had 140. Could have had 150. Still would have lost. Didn't matter. You scored decent points. You just played the wrong team. You played Mark's gimpy legs. Tell you what, I kind of called this. Dak Prescott, he is having a good year. Dak Prescott has 3 out of the 5 weeks. He has 3 weeks scoring 40 points or more. This is the Dak Prescott that I remember before he got hurt like 3-4 years ago. He was averaging like 40 to 50 points a game. I knew I should have took him. Dang. I mean, Mahomes has been having a good year too. So don't get me wrong on that. And then the Chiefs defense. I mean, everyone keeps bashing the Chiefs defense, dude. The fantasy, they're averaging like 15 to 20 points a game. That's awesome. Too bad. What is it? Oh, Jim got his 201 against Noah, and Noah busted up 157. God, that sucks when you score over 140 points and you still lose. It sucks. Because then you come up with teams like, let's find one. Oh, I guess everyone's averaging about 140. Well, here's one. When Matt only scores 116 points, and the most he could have got is 122. It would have been like, man, I wish I could have played that guy. Anyway, let's look at this week, shall we? This week. Oh, by the way, that's only October. I don't need to talk about trade deadlines and all that crap. It's too early for that. Let's see. Weekly starting lineups. Here we go. For this week, who do I think will win? Let's start with my game. Oh, I get to play Ryan. I currently, which I'm debating on. I'm debating on Charbonnet or Trey Tucker as a flex-ish, I guess you call it. Yeah, flex. Currently, I got Mahomes, Saquon, Kenneth Walker, Jaylen Warren. Then I got DK, Trey Tucker, Xavier Worthy, Tyler Warren as my tight end, and the Browns defense. He's got Justin Herbert against the Dolphins. That's good points for him. Bucky Irving, he's got to change that. He's not playing that. He hasn't even practiced yet. If he doesn't practice tomorrow, he's definitely not playing. He's got David Montgomery, Keon Coleman, Jacoby Myers, Puka Nacua. That's a good one. Mark, I don't see him winning. Anyone on the bench? Travis Hunter. I guess Travis Hunter. But you got to play 2 running backs, don't you? Yeah, you still got to play 2 running backs, and you got Tyler Algier. I guess you can play him. And it's not a bad one. He's been averaging at least 7 to 12 points a game. But I still think I should win. So let's move on. Ryan, thanks for hopefully letting me win. Jody, Fighting Irish, playing Blake, Old Influence. Let's go, Blake. I hope you win. All right. Bo Nix. I'm frustrated with Bo Nix. I really thought he was going to have a really, really good year, and he's just been so-so. Devon Achane, Isaiah Pacheco, Emeka Ekbuka, Quentin Johnson, Cortland Sutton, Jalen Waddle, Travis Kelce. That's not bad. It's not a bad team. Anyone on the bench you could play? No. Nope, you don't. And Blake, you got Daniel Jones, which 2 quarterbacks that have proven that it's the coaching and where they're at. Daniel Jones was horrible in New York, but he is just amazing. He is it's amazing because you got to think, Daniel Jones had Saquon Barkley, and he still sucked. Daniel Jones has Jonathan Taylor, and really, not really any shining star wide receivers on that team, but they're killing it. I mean, Daniel Jones had Malik Neighbors, and he still couldn't do it. How is he dominating in the Colts? Has to be the coaching, right? The play calls and the offensive line. I've always said offensive line, and they say they have a really good offensive line. So there's that. And then the whole Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones should be the starter in San Francisco, not Brock Purdy. Mac Jones is killing it down there. I'm loving what Mac Jones is doing there. And I hate Alabama quarterbacks. But yeah, Daniel Jones, Bijan Robinson, DeAndre Swift, Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase, with Joe Flacco throwing to him now. Not a crappier quarterback. I'm not saying Joe Flacco is just the saving grace, but he's 10 times better than Jake Browning. Wan'Dale Robinson, Jawan Johnson, Kyle Pitts, and the Patriots. Anyone I would change? I mean, this is crazy. Daniel Jones is starting, but I do kind of like Jordan Love against the Bengals because that could be a shootout. I think the game with the Cardinals, I think that game could lean more towards the run game just because they're going to just run the clock. I think Jacoby Brissett's going to play instead of Kyler Murray, and I think they're just going to run the game, run the clock down. That's just my thinking. I would probably play Jordan Love. Just me. Then you got, Trevor. No, not Travis. That's Trevor. Romeo Dubes. Would you play Romeo Dubes? Wait a minute. Why do you got – I would be playing Romeo Dubes and not Jawan Johnson. What are you doing, dude? Hopefully you haven't changed your lineup yet or something, because why do you got Jawan Johnson and Kyle Pitts in there? I'd be playing Romeo Dubes. Just me. Or even Tyquan Thornton. But Romeo Dubes is a better choice to me. But I still think you should win. That's my right now it shows you guys are basically a tie, but like I said, I would play Romeo Dubes. Next, Jim, Mr. King of the Mountain versus Call Me Bill. Gilk, are you going to get your first win? You're playing against the King of the Mountain. You got Baker Mayfield, Bill, Hassan Haskins, who's not going to be the main running back, FYI. It's going to be Kamani Vidal, and it's going to be a 60-40, 50-50 split. It's not like it's going to be anything anyway, but whatever. Then you got Ashton Janty, Torrey Horton, Sterling Shepard. Wow, a lot of Malik Washington, a lot of backups. Wow. I didn't realize how awesome that team was of yours. Yeah, we are all due for a bad year. I'm 0-5 in 2 leagues and 1-4 in another, so I'm having a crap year in 3 leagues. Yeah, then your backups are Well, I mean, once you get Justin Jefferson back from bye and CeeDee Lamb back, maybe that'll definitely help. But Jim, you could play your backups and probably win. But you're going to go with Dak Prescott because you put the pedal to the metal. J.K. Dobbins, Tony Pollard, Jonathan Stewart, Kyron Williams. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. And then A.J. Brown is due. Everyone's been saying he's due, but we've been saying that for a few weeks. Rashid Shaheed, Jake Ferguson, Lions defense. Anything. Oh my gosh. And when you get Terry McLaurin back, oh my gosh. Wow, Jim, your team is sick. That is sick. Wow, Jim, if you don't win this league, man, this is like your one big shot to win it. I mean, I think you might have won it last year too, though. Did you? I got to check that. Didn't you win last year? Let's just see. I could have sworn you won last year, but I might be wrong because I thought you won. You got first and Noah got third. You did. Jim, you won last year. Oh my gosh. Jim, are you going to repeat? Oh my gosh, Jim. Jim could repeat. We don't want to repeat. We don't like repeaters unless it's me. But I think Jim might repeat. His team is sick. Noah and Miguel, are you playing against Mark's gimpy legs? Okay, we got Noah and Noah and Miguel. You got Jay, or is it just Noah this time? Did Miguel even help? Was he even there? Was he at your house helping? We don't know because you guys don't ever come to Kansas City for the draft. I just want to do it at my house. All right, so you got Jaden Daniels, Michael Carter, Josh Jacobs, Javonte Williams, good. Rome Doozy, Michael Pittman, Brian Thomas Jr. He's due, right? McBride, that's a good team. Anyone on the bench? Would you play Matt Stafford? Ooh. Would you play Matt Stafford at the Ravens with a crappy defense they have, or Jaden Daniels on Monday night against the Bears? That is such a tough one. That is a tough one. I don't know which one I would do. I mean, I personally kind of like Matt Stafford, but it is at the Ravens. But that's why I think I like Matt Stafford because I think they would have to throw more. Oops. But Jaden Daniels at home on Monday night is also kind of intriguing. Wow. I guess you stick with what you got there. And then other than that, you got Kamani Vidal as a backup. I would just leave him there. Ladd McConkey is on your bench because he's not been all that, even though they're playing the Dolphins. I mean, I kind of like – let me see what Pittman's done for you. Pittman. Wow. Pittman's actually been – wow. I didn't realize – I don't have Pittman in any league, so I haven't paid attention to him. He's averaging 15 points a game. That's pretty solid. Okay. And Odunze is a must. Brian Thomas Jr. or God, that is so tough. Man, you got Ladd McConkey, who I think he's due this week, but I think you got to roll with what you got there too. I mean, I don't even need to look at your roster, Mark. You're so screwed. You're going to get killed. Mark, you got Sam Darnold, Jahmyr Gibbs, Kareem Hunt, Christian McCaffrey. I mean, that is nice. Then you got Marquise Brown, Chris Godwin, T. Higgins, Hunter Henry. You're screwed because Malik Neighbors is out. Cooper Kupp. I mean, you might play Cooper Kupp over Marquise Brown, but whatever. It's whatever. Yeah, you're screwed. You're going to lose. Good job, Noah. You're going to win. Brent, the Nightmare, is playing Matt, the Dirty Engine. Brent, you got Caleb Williams, Chuba Hubbard, Quishon Johnson, Cam Scatterbill. You got 2 rookies. Nice. Will Chuba play this week is the question. Either way, you got Rico Dowdle. Just keep your hands ready because the game is a 12 o'clock game. I mean, I personally play Rico Dowdle this week. Even if Chuba comes back, I think Rico's going to get the main ball carrying. Then you got Marvin Harrison, Drake London, and Jigba, Tucker Kraft. Oh man, I'm liking this team so far. No running backs except Dowdle that I would swap out. No receivers, tight ends. Brock Bowers who's out. It's a good team. Dagan drafted you a good team, buddy. Playing against Josh Allen, DeMarcado, who he's gonna be crap this week. Travion Henderson, oh my gosh, Derrick Henry, Matt Golden, Tet, George Pickens. You're so screwed, dude. I don't know why this game shows it's a 6-point spread difference, and that's it. This game should be like 25 point. I'm sorry. Brent's going to win by at least 25. Bank it. Put that in the bank. I would bet the house that Brent beats you by more than 6. I think this is going to be fun. I should write this down. I think Brent's going to beat you by more than 6. I should keep track of this now. This says you're only going to win by 6. I think more than 6. You got all your receivers. Oh my gosh, you got Jordan Addison, Mike Evans, Ricky Pearsall all out. One bye week, but still. Yeah, so Noah's going to crush you, Mark. Brent's going to crush Matt. Then our last one, Josh, Captain Comerica, who's not really been so Comerica, versus Craig, Dragon Balls. We got Bryce Young, Travis Etienne, Breece Hall, Alvin Kamara, Rachaad White, Calvin Ridley, St. Brown, Kincaid, and the Steeler D. And he's got Nico on a bye. So yeah, you're starting the lineup that I would start. Craig, Jalen Hurts, Chase Brown, James Cook, Steph Diggs, Olave, Debo, Garrett, Wilson, Darren Waller. That's a good team for this week. That's a good team. Anyone on the bench? Nope. No one I would start. Not even Devontae Smith. I like all your starting there. I think Craig's gonna win. This thing says Craig's gonna lose by 8. This says Craig's gonna lose by 8. I disagree. Joe Flacco is going to let Chase Brown get more yards, more points. Why does this thing have so many points for Josh? It's got 153 points for Josh. I disagree. I think it's going to be a close game. Don't get me wrong, but I think Craig's team is better. And I think Craig's going to win by 4. So there. Anyway, that is my projections. And the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs are going to – I have them to lose. I'm doing this for now on. I am willing – well, no, I'm not willing. But I bet $100 that the Ravens were going to win because, I mean, come on. I did not really see the Chiefs beating the Ravens at all. Nor did I see them just embarrassing the Ravens. And I don't see them beating the Lions, and they're actually favored. I just don't see how our offense did look good. I just don't see how our offense is going to keep up with the Lions or our defense is going to slow down the Lions. I know our defense has been really good, but the Lions are a different kind of animal. I think the Lions could be a Super Bowl team right now. And I don't even think the Redwood is going to be able to do much in this game. Redwood might get like a touchdown. I don't know if he'll even. I think Redwood is good for maybe a touchdown. Because he's the Redwood. Let's go Redwood. I am hoping that that's his new nickname in the locker room. His name has to be Redwood. If you know, you know. We'll leave it at that. Anyway, that's all I got. That was a big waste of 25 minutes of your life. And I'm glad you enjoyed spending it with me. Now, you can go back to whatever you're doing. Kickoff starts in 45 minutes, I think, or less. Go Eagles. I know I hate the Eagles, but I got a bet on the Eagles. So go Eagles. There we go. All right, guys. Take care. See ya. And good